Good morning students. In this video we are going to talk about the famous concept horizon of expectation given by the famous academic and reception theorist Hans Robert Jauss. In past a couple of times UGC has asked us that who has coined this term horizon of expectation. So there is a huge possibility that another question can be made out of this particular theory. So in this video we are going to talk about this concept in detail. Before beginning this video, if you want me to help you crack any examination in English literature, then join my personal training program where I will personally help you to develop all the required skills and knowledge to crack any examination in English literature. Check the link in the description below to know more about this personal training program. And now without any further delay, let's begin this topic. The concept of horizon of expectation is related to the literary history and focuses on how the interpretation of a text changes from one generation to another. As it is linked to the literary history and the interpretation of text from one generation to another, you can easily remember a famous work by Hans Robert Jauss, that is Literary History as a Challenge to Literary Theory. This theory by Hans Robert Jauss is a part of reception theory. Reception theory started from West Germany and it is similar to the reader response theory of America. That's why we study this particular theorist with other famous theorists of reader response criticism. There is a little bit difference between reception theory and reader response theory. So we are going to discuss the difference between them sometimes later in our videos. As we now know that Hans Robert Jauss is a reception theorist, so we can remember his another important work, which is Toward an Aesthetic of Reception. Another famous reception theorist is the author of the work The Act of Reading, Wolfgang Iser. And Umberto Eco is also famously known for his reception work, The Role of the Reader. All these famous theorists like the reception theory of Germany and reader response theory of America primarily focuses on the importance of interpretation of the text by the reader. According to Hans Robert Jauss, the text is not something that stands by itself. The text is not something that remains static throughout the ages. Text is a rather dynamic entity. This horizon of expectations refer to the set of expectations and assumptions with which readers from a specific generation and a specific culture read a literary work. If a work is just below this horizon of expectation, then this particular work is a good work. But if a work goes beyond this horizon of expectation, then this particular work will be categorized as the work which fails to grab the attention of its reader. Hans Robert Jauss gives a famous example of the novel Madame Bovary. It was published during the ages where it failed to meet the expectations of the readers. There was a wide gap between the expectations of the reader and the novel Madame Bovary. And until unless this wide gap is filled between the novel and the reader, the work is not going to become a successful work. This horizon of expectation is formed by the critics, authors, contemporaries, and of course the collective consciousness, cultural codes, and conventions of the society. This horizon of expectations keeps on changing from one generation to another. For example, the expectation of 16th century reader reading Shakespeare was higher than the expectations of the 21st century reader. The 16th century reader expects more from a Shakespeare than the 21st century reader. The interpretation of Shakespeare kept on changing from one generation to another. Therefore, text is not a static entity but a dynamic entity. The meaning of text is flexible, and in order to have a work liked by the readers, it must meet the expectations of the readers. Something beyond this horizon of expectation would not be liked by the society and the readers. The novel Madame Bovary failed to impress the readers just because the work is just beyond the horizon of expectation of the readers. Until unless this gap is not filled between the horizon of expectation and the work is not going to become a successful work. So in order to fill this gap between this work and horizon of expectation, the text must be reinterpreted by the critic, authors, and the society. That's why the work which was failed to impress the readers in the beginning became a classic work in the later years, just because over a period of time a text is interpreted again and again with a new angle, and that's why it helped to reduce the horizontal gap between reader and the text. And now I hope that you have understood the meaning of horizon of expectation, and with this we come to the end of this video. If you have any query, drop your questions in the comments below. I make sure to resolve all your doubts in my upcoming videos. If you are new to this channel and have not subscribed to this channel yet, then don't forget to subscribe the channel for more updates on English literature. So that's it for this video. Thank you.